Between 1945 and 1950, 5 people vanished in the forests of Vermont. No trace, no answers. Welcome to the mystery of the Bennington Triangle. But what exactly happened in these Vermont woods between the mid-1940s and early 1950s? And why do these cases continue to intrigue us today? The location: the Bennington Triangle. The Bennington Triangle is a region in the southwestern corner of Vermont, roughly spanning the area around Bennington, Glastonbury Mountain, and the nearby towns of Woodford and Sunderland. This remote and rugged terrain has long been steeped in local lore, being known for its dense forests, steep mountains, and eerie quiet. The area's isolation and wilderness make it an unlikely setting for the strange events that unfolded in the 1940s. Yet it was exactly here that several people mysteriously vanished under strange and unexplained circumstances. While some locals believe the area is simply a remote stretch of wilderness, others argue that the Bennington Triangle is a site of supernatural occurrences. The disappearances between 1945 and 1950 sparked a series of theories, from the possibility of a serial killer to supernatural explanations involving cryptids, alien abductions, and even paranormal portals. But what is most unsettling about these disappearances is not the lack of theories, but the strange patterns that seem to tie them all together. The disappearances, a chronology of the missing. The most infamous disappearances in the Bennington Triangle all occurred within a 5-year span between 1945 and 1950, involving people from different walks of life. Although no one was found alive after disappearing, each case was unique, and each left behind strange circumstances. 1. The disappearance of Middie Rivers. The first of these disappearances occurred in November 1945, when Middie Rivers, a local guide, led a group of 4 hunters into the dense woods near Glastonbury Mountain. They were on a hunting trip, and everything seemed typical until Rivers inexplicably vanished. He was last seen walking ahead of the group on the trail, only to vanish without a trace. His companions searched for hours, but no sign of him was ever found. Rivers' disappearance was particularly unsettling because he was an experienced outdoorsman and guide who knew the terrain well. Yet, despite extensive searches, no evidence of Rivers, nor his body, was ever located. This mysterious vanishing marked the beginning of the Bennington Triangle's eerie reputation, setting the stage for the following disappearances. 2. The disappearance of Paula Welden. 1 year later, in December 1946, a young woman named Paula Welden, a college student from Bennington College, disappeared while walking along the Long Trail, one of the oldest long-distance hiking paths in the United States. Paula was last seen by a friend while hiking alone in the mountains. Her companion described her as walking briskly on the trail, but when her friend turned around, she was gone. Despite an extensive search that involved hundreds of volunteers, the FBI, and local law enforcement, no trace of Paula was found, and she was never seen again. Her disappearance became one of the most high-profile cases in Vermont at the time, drawing national attention. The fact that Paula had been hiking a well-traveled trail and had disappeared without a trace puzzled authorities and added to the growing sense of fear and speculation surrounding the Bennington Triangle. 3. The disappearance of James Tedford. In December 1949, a man named James Tedford, a World War II veteran, disappeared while traveling on a bus from Bennington to his home in St. Albans. According to reports, Tedford was on a bus with other passengers, but by the time the bus arrived at the Bennington stop, Tedford had vanished. His belongings were still on the seat, and the other passengers confirmed he had been present when the bus stopped. Despite the fact that Tedford had no history of wandering off or leaving unexpectedly, he was never seen again. Authorities found no evidence of where he might have gone, and there was no sign of struggle or foul play. Tedford's case remains one of the most eerie particularly because he vanished from a moving vehicle, leaving his seat and possessions behind. Like the others, Tedford's disappearance remains unexplained, adding to the overall mystery surrounding the Bennington Triangle. 4. The disappearance of Father John P. Roman. The final disappearance in the Bennington Triangle occurred in October 1950 when Father John P. Roman, a local priest, went missing while hiking near Glastonbury Mountain. Roman was reported to have been on a solitary trek in the woods when he vanished without a trace. Although searches were conducted, no one found any evidence of him. His disappearance marked the final chapter in a series of unexplained vanishing acts that had taken place in this strange, isolated region. Patterns and unsettling similarities. Despite the differences in the victims and their circumstances, there are several recurring patterns and similarities that link the Bennington Triangle disappearances. Disappearing without a trace. In each of the disappearances, the victims vanished suddenly and without a trace. Whether it was a guide familiar with the area or a young woman walking on a well-known trail, none of the victims left behind any clues to explain their fate. This has led to various theories, from the idea of abductions to the more supernatural. Isolation of the area. All of the disappearances occurred in areas with significant natural isolation. Glastonbury Mountain is a dense forested area that's often shrouded in mist and has a reputation for being difficult to navigate. Many believe this natural remoteness may have contributed to the victims being overlooked, or perhaps something more mysterious. Time frame of events. All 4 disappearances occurred within a short 5-year period, leading some to believe that the phenomenon could have been driven by a larger, systematic cause, whether that be a human element or something more otherworldly. Theories surrounding the disappearances. The Bennington Triangle remains one of the most enduring and perplexing mysteries in modern history. Over the years, a number of theories have emerged to explain these chilling disappearances, ranging from plausible to downright paranormal. Let's explore some of the most widely discussed theories. 1. Human predators or serial killers. One of the most common explanations for the disappearances is that there may have been a serial killer operating in the area during the 1940s and 1950s. The fact that all the disappearances involved individuals who were in remote areas at the time has led to the possibility of a killer lurking in the woods, abducting people without leaving a trace. However, this theory is complicated by the lack of any forensic evidence linking these disappearances to a single individual or any signs of foul play in the traditional sense. 2. Abduction or cryptids. Another theory points to alien abductions or cryptids, such as the wood devils, a local term for strange, ape-like creatures that are believed to inhabit the forests of Vermont. Some theorists suggest that the Bennington Triangle may be the site of paranormal phenomena, including abductions by extraterrestrials or attacks by mysterious creatures. The strange patterns of the disappearances, combined with the eerie remoteness of the area, fuel this cryptic interpretation. 3. Natural phenomena and traps. Given the remote and rugged nature of the Bennington Triangle, some researchers have pointed to natural phenomena as a potential cause. Quick-moving weather changes, dense fog, and unpredictable terrain might have led to the victims getting lost, falling into dangerous ravines, or succumbing to environmental hazards that made it difficult for searchers to recover any evidence. This theory posits that the region's wild and unpredictable environment was a major factor in these disappearances. 4. A portal to another dimension. Finally, there are those who believe that the Bennington Triangle could be the site of a paranormal portal, where people vanish due to the presence of some kind of interdimensional rift. These theories borrow from the idea of time slips or unexplained, otherworldly phenomena. While this idea is not scientifically supported, it has persisted in paranormal circles for decades, with some suggesting that the disappearances might have been the result of a temporary rift between dimensions, causing individuals to vanish without a trace. the Bennington Triangle today. Despite numerous investigations, the Bennington Triangle remains a mystery to this day. While theories abound, the lack of concrete evidence and the sheer strangeness of the events ensure that the disappearances continue to capture the imagination of those interested in unsolved mysteries. Though the area remains a popular hiking and camping destination today, the Bennington Triangle still evokes an eerie feeling among those who venture into the wilderness. Whether it's the lingering sense of paranoia surrounding the events, or the haunting questions about what happened to those lost souls, the Bennington Triangle remains an enigmatic chapter in Vermont's history. Perhaps one day the truth behind the disappearances will come to light, but until then, the Bennington Triangle stands as one of the most haunting and perplexing mysteries in American history. What do you think happened to the people who vanished in the Bennington Triangle? Leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video into one of the most bizarre disappearances in American history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more real-life mysteries and stories that defy explanation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.